My beloved child, before you move on to the next thing, stay with me for just a moment. I know your day is busy. I know your mind is filled with questions, responsibilities, and worries you haven't shared with anyone. But this moment is not an accident. I brought you here because there is something your heart needs to hear today. Don't ignore this quiet invitation. Don't rush past my voice the way you've done so many times before. Take one deep breath and let everything else wait. For the next few minutes, let my words settle into the deepest places of your soul. I have watched every step you've taken. I have seen every tear you wiped away before anyone noticed. I know about the battles you never talk about. I know the silent prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening. I heard every one of them. There were nights when you felt completely alone. Days when you smiled on the outside while your heart was breaking inside. Moments when you questioned your purpose and wondered if I was still near. But my child, I never left you. Not for a single second. Even when life became confusing, my hand remained upon you. Even when you couldn't feel my presence, I was guiding your steps. Every delay, every closed door, every unexpected turn has been part of a greater plan that you cannot yet see. You have asked me, Lord, when will things change? When will I finally see the answers I've been praying for? Today I want you to know this. I have not forgotten you. Your name has never left my heart. The season you are in is not your final destination. I have been preparing something far greater than you can imagine. The pressure you've been carrying has not been wasted. Every challenge has been shaping your faith. Every disappointment has been teaching you to trust me more deeply. What feels like silence is often my greatest work taking place behind the scenes. So don't lose hope now. Don't let fear convince you that your story is over. The chapter you're living today is only preparing you for the testimony that is coming tomorrow. Stay with me until the end of this message, because what I'm about to reveal may become the answer you've been praying for all along. I know there are moments when you wonder why your journey has been so difficult. You look around and see others moving ahead while you feel as though you're standing still. You question whether your prayers have reached me. You wonder if heaven has become silent. But listen carefully. I have never ignored your voice. Every prayer you whispered through tears has been heard. Every cry that came from the deepest place in your heart has reached me. Even the prayers you could not put into words were understood before they ever left your lips. I know the weight you've been carrying. I know the responsibilities that keep you awake at night. I know the disappointments that have made you afraid to hope again. You have tried to remain strong for everyone else while quietly falling apart inside. Yet I have been holding you every step of the way. When you thought your strength was gone, I became your strength. When fear surrounded you, my presence stood between you and everything that tried to destroy your peace. When you believed you were walking alone, I was carrying you through places you never could have crossed by yourself. You often ask why I allow delays. The answer is because I see what you cannot. There are doors you begged me to open that would have led you into pain. There are relationships you desperately wanted that would have stolen your peace. There are opportunities you thought were perfect that would have taken you far away from the purpose I created for your life. What you called rejection was often my protection. What you called waiting was my preparation. What you called silence was me working behind the scenes in ways your eyes could not yet recognize. I am never late. Every blessing I have prepared for you carries perfect timing. If I released it too early, it could crush you instead of strengthen you. If I allowed you to receive it before your heart was ready, you might lose the very thing you prayed so hard to receive. That is why I have been shaping your character before changing your circumstances. I care more about who you are becoming than how quickly your situation changes. You have been asking me to remove every obstacle, but sometimes those obstacles have become the classroom where your faith has grown stronger. Every challenge has taught you endurance. Every disappointment has taught you wisdom. Every season of waiting has drawn you closer to my heart. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Even now, while you are listening to these words, I am arranging things you cannot see. Conversations are taking place. Doors are beginning to unlock. Hearts are changing. Circumstances are shifting. What seems impossible today is already being prepared by my hands. So do not measure your future by your present struggle. Do not let temporary pain convince you that your story is ending in defeat. Your greatest testimony is still ahead of you. There is a new season approaching, one filled with peace instead of confusion, clarity instead of fear, and hope instead of despair. But before you can step into that season, you must let go of the weight you were never meant to carry alone. Place your fears into my hands. Place your worries into my hands. Place your future into my hands. Trust me completely, even when you cannot see the entire path before you. Because the one who holds your future has never lost control. I want you to stop looking at your life through the eyes of fear. Fear has been telling you that nothing will ever change, that your best days are behind you, and that the dreams you once carried are too far away to ever become reality. But fear has never spoken for me. I speak hope. I speak life. I speak promises that never fail. The world may measure your future by your current circumstances, but I measure your future by the purpose I placed inside you before you were born. Long before you took your first breath, I already knew every victory, every challenge, every lesson, and every blessing that would shape your journey. Nothing about your life has surprised me. Even the mistakes you regret did not cancel my plan. Even the seasons when you wandered did not remove my love. Even the moments when you doubted me could not separate you from my presence. I have never stopped pursuing you. There were times when you believed you had gone too far, failed too many times, or disappointed me beyond repair. Yet every time you turned toward me, even with the smallest amount of faith, I welcomed you with open arms. That is the kind of love I have for you. A love that does not depend on your perfection. A love that remains faithful when you are weak. A love that lifts you instead of condemning you. My child, I know there are wounds you still carry that no one else knows about. Some were caused by words that cut deeper than anyone realized. Others came from broken trust, unanswered prayers, and painful disappointments. You have learned how to smile while hiding your pain. You have learned how to encourage others while secretly needing encouragement yourself. You have learned how to keep moving forward even when your heart feels exhausted. But you no longer have to carry those burdens alone. Bring them to me. Bring me your brokenness. Bring me your fears. Bring me your questions. Bring me the pieces of your heart that you thought could never be restored. I am not afraid of your pain. I am the one who heals what the world cannot heal. I restore what others have broken. I renew what life has worn out. I strengthen those who feel too weak to continue. Do not believe the lie that your life is beyond redemption. The chapters filled with sorrow are not the end of your story. I am the author of your life, and I am still writing. The page you are living today may contain tears, but the pages ahead hold victories you have not yet imagined. There is a reason I have kept you alive through every battle. There is a reason you survived moments that should have broken you. There is a reason you are listening to these words right now. Because your purpose is still unfolding. The enemy wanted your pain to become your prison, but I will transform your pain into your testimony. The tears you cried in secret will become evidence of my faithfulness. The valleys you walked through will become the places where others discover hope because of your story. One day, you will look back and realize that what almost destroyed you became the very thing I used to reveal my power in your life. So don't give up now. Don't stop believing now. Don't walk away just before the breakthrough I've been preparing for you. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart open. Keep trusting my timing. Because I am leading you into a season where my peace will be greater than your fear, my joy will be stronger than your sorrow, and my blessings will exceed everything you once thought was possible. There is something I need you to understand before you take another step forward. You have spent so much time asking me to change your circumstances that you have forgotten I am also transforming you. While you have been waiting for the miracle, I have been preparing the person who will carry that miracle with wisdom, humility, and faith. Nothing about this season has been meaningless. Every challenge has been shaping your character. Every delay has been strengthening your patience. Every unanswered question has been teaching you to trust my heart, even when you cannot understand my hands. Do not think that I have forgotten the promises I placed inside you. I remember every dream I whispered into your spirit. I remember every purpose I designed specifically for your life. Those dreams have not expired simply because time has passed. What I begin, I always finish. The world may count you out because they only see where you are today, but I see where you are going. I see the strength growing inside you. I see the wisdom you have gained through hardship. I see a faith that has become deeper because it has been tested. You may not recognize it yet, but you are not the same person you were a year ago. You have survived battles that once seemed impossible. You have walked through storms that should have destroyed your peace. You have faced disappointments that could have stolen your hope forever. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still seeking me. That is not an accident. That is my grace carrying you when your own strength was gone. My child, stop believing the lie that you are falling behind. Your journey was never meant to look like anyone else's. Comparison has stolen too much of your joy. You look at other people's victories and wonder why your breakthrough seems delayed. You watch others celebrate while you quietly wonder if your time will ever come. But what you cannot see is that everyone walks a different path. The blessing I have prepared for you requires a different process. The calling I have placed upon your life requires different lessons. The future I am leading you toward demands a stronger foundation. That is why I have been working deeply within you before changing what surrounds you. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. Trust my love, even when the road feels uncertain, because I never waste the waiting. There are people you have not met who will one day be encouraged by your testimony. There are doors you cannot yet imagine that I am already preparing. There are opportunities forming behind the scenes that will arrive at exactly the right moment. When they come, you will understand why I asked you to wait. You will see that every closed door protected you from something that was never meant for you. Every delay preserved you for something better. Every disappointment redirected you toward my perfect will. So today, release your need to control every outcome. Release your fear of the unknown. Release the burden of trying to carry tomorrow before it arrives. Instead, place your hand in mine. Walk with me one step at a time. Let my peace replace your anxiety. Let my truth silence every lie. Let my presence become stronger than your fear. Because the future ahead of you is not defined by the battles behind you. It is defined by the God who walks beside you. And I promise you this, my child. The story I am writing with your life is far more beautiful than anything you could have written on your own. My beloved child, before this moment comes to an end, I want you to remember one truth that will never change. You are not forgotten. The world may overlook you. People may misunderstand you. Doors may close. Plans may change. But my love for you remains constant. I have walked beside you through every valley, every unanswered prayer, every sleepless night, and every hidden battle. Even when you believed you were carrying the weight alone, my hands were beneath you, holding you together when you felt like falling apart. Do not allow your present circumstances to convince you that I have abandoned my promises. I am still working where you cannot see. Every moment of waiting has a purpose. Every delay has protected you. Every tear you have cried has been noticed in heaven. The breakthrough you have been praying for is not beyond my reach. The healing you long for is not impossible. The peace your heart desperately seeks is already flowing from my presence. But I ask you to keep trusting me. Do not surrender your faith just because you cannot yet see the destination. Walk with me one day at a time. Let my word become your foundation. Let my promises become louder than your fears. When doubt whispers that nothing will change, remember that I am the God who parts seas, restores broken hearts, opens impossible doors, and brings light into the darkest night. Your story is not ending in defeat. It is unfolding according to my perfect plan. The pain you endured will become the testimony that inspires others. The tears you cried in secret will one day become tears of gratitude. The battles that almost broke you will reveal the strength I placed within you. One day you will look back and realize that every difficult season was preparing you for a blessing greater than you ever imagined. So lift your head, take a deep breath, release your worries into my hands. You do not have to carry tomorrow today. I am already there. I have gone before you to prepare the way. I will walk beside you through every challenge. I will strengthen you when you feel weak. I will comfort you when your heart is heavy. I will guide you when the path seems uncertain, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. So leave this moment with confidence, not because life will always be easy, but because I will always be with you. Whenever fear tries to return, remember my voice. Whenever discouragement knocks at your door, remember my promises. Whenever you feel alone, remember my presence. You are deeply loved. You are wonderfully created. You are chosen for a purpose that no one else can fulfill. Keep moving forward with courage. Keep believing when others doubt. Keep praying even when the answer seems delayed. Keep trusting my timing, because what I have prepared for you is far greater than anything you have left behind. Now go in peace, my child. Walk in faith. Live with hope. Shine with love. And never forget, I am your shepherd. I am your refuge. I am your strength. I am your peace. I am your Savior.